Hello, first grade! Let's get started. We're going to warm up by listening to sounds and putting them together to make words. Listen to my sounds. K, a, m, p. When you are blending sounds together, always start at the beginning and try to blend those first two. K, a, ka. Now let's add on the next sound. Ka, m, cam. Now let's add on that last sound. Camp, camp. That's how you blend sounds together. Camp. Here's another one. I'll let you do it on your own. J, a, m, p. Jump. B, e, s, t. I'll say it again. B, e, s, t. Best. Good job. Let's do one more. L, e, t. L, e, t. Lift. Let's go the other way. I will say the word, you break it up and show me how many sounds. The word is just. Just. J, a, s, t. J, a, s, t. 4 sounds. Let's try blue. Blue. Bl, oops, b, l, oo. I almost did that one wrong. Blue is b, l, oo. Blue. 3 sounds. How about pond? Pond. P, a, n, d. 4 sounds. Duck. D, a, k. 3 sounds. Nest. Nest. N, s, t. Nest is 4 sounds. Wonderful. Okay, you're warmed up. You have taken sounds and made words, and taken words and broken them into their sounds. You are ready to review our rules. Our 5 phonetic rules are 1 guardian, short vowel. 2 guardians, long vowel. Hey, lamp, camp. They rhyme. Camp must follow this rule. No guardians, long vowel. So no guardians, that's going to be a long vowel. Silent E, long vowel. And 2 vowels together, they have to be right next to each other. 2 vowels together, long vowel. Let's practice with Rule 5 a little bit because I know we're not quite ready to move on yet. So I wrote down a few Rule 5 words. Let's look at these words. First, we find the vowels. The second vowel is my silent one, and the first one says his name. It's long. Eat. Eat. Feet. Feet. I have 2 feet. Two vowels. The second vowel is silent. The first one is long. S, e, see. I see you. Okay, let's look. Vowel, vowel, silent and long. O, t, moat. There was an alligator in the moat around the castle. F, L, O, vowel. T, A, vowel. T is not a vowel. Which one is silent? The O or the A? The A is silent, and the O will be long. The word is float. 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 Here we have T, not a vowel. R. Where are my vowels? Good. E and A. Which one is silent? A. Which one is long? E. Eat. Treat. Treat. I would like to eat a treat. There we go. You are getting good at this. You are reading words with short vowels and with long vowels. Soon we're going to talk more about our blends, which you know how to read. I've seen all of you read blends. So we'll talk about blends and digraphs and all sorts of exciting things soon. You are doing great now that you have mastered your short vowels and your long vowels. Today we're going to do something a little different. Instead of jumping right into our book, which is going to be this one, we are going to work on sentences. Every sentence starts with a capital letter. And here I have this nice big story for you. And my story has some capital letters at the beginning of each sentence. There are also some capital letters for the name, but I want you to focus on the capital letter at the beginning of each sentence. When you write, you always use one capital letter for the first word at the beginning of the sentence. But you also need something at the end of a sentence. And my sentences are all missing. There's something at the end. It's missing! And, well, there are lots of different things you can put in a sentence. You can put a question mark. You can put an exclamation point. And you can put something called a period. I'm making them really big so you can see them. But really, when you look at a period in a book, they're tiny, right? Let me show you one. Right here. Look how tiny that is. Just like this tiny little, boop, tiny little dot. Tiny little dot. So you will see periods most often. We use a period whenever you give just a plain statement sentence. A statement sentence is when you just say something because that's what it is. Like I might say, I have hair. The girl is nice. There are 3 ducks in the pond. 2 ducks flew away. Do you hear all of those sentences? They're just statements. They're pretty bland, boring sentences. But what if I said things like this? That girl is so nice. I said that different. It's not a plain statement anymore. I said it with excitement. I was excited, so I used an exclamation point. Some people will call it an excited mark, but it's called an exclamation point. You use those when you say things you are excited about. Sometimes you might be excited in a happy way. I get ice cream on my birthday. Sometimes you might be excited in an angry way. No, I don't want to do that. Those are excited sentences. And any of those sentences, you can use an exclamation point. Some sentences are somewhere in between these. And they are sentences like this. I like ice cream. It all depends on how you say it. Listen, I like ice cream. Did I use this one or this one? I used a period. I like ice cream. Now I'm going to say it with an exclamation point. I like ice cream. I said it excited, so I use this. This tells you how to say your sentence. Then what is this weird one over here? This is for something entirely different. These are for questions. That's why we call it a question mark. Remember when earlier I said there were 2 ducks in the pond? Or I think I said 3. There were 3 ducks in the pond. 2 ducks flew away. How many ducks are left? There's my question. Well, if there are 3 ducks in the pond and 2 fly away, How many are left? Just one. Right. A question mark is used for a question. That's pretty simple. So let's think of some questions. How many books are on the shelf? What's in that box? Why is the owl wearing glasses? What color is this? Where is your marker? There are all sorts of questions you can ask. Now I'm going to tell you a little story with these sentences, and you will help me decide. Does the sentence need a period, an exclamation point, or a question mark? Let's give it a try. I have to get some tape out so we can hang up our sentences. The first sentence says, do you know Zach? Oh, this is a little bit harder to read. It's a little bit. Do you know Zach? What should I use? Question mark, exclamation point, or period? I should use a question mark. Do you know Zach? It's a question. Zach is my friend. Listen to how I'm saying it. Zach is my friend. This sounds not super excited. So should I use a question mark, an exclamation point, or a period? Period. He has red hair and blue eyes. What do you think? Question, exclamation point, or a period? He has red hair and blue eyes. It's a period. He is very, very funny. He is very, very funny. Question mark, exclamation point, or period? It's an exclamation point. Did you hear how I read it? I was excited. He is very, very funny. Maybe if it just said, he is funny, I could say, he is funny. That's a period. For this one, I said, he is very, very funny. That's an exclamation point. Let's try another sentence. I like Zach a lot. I like Zach a lot. That's another exclamation point. I said it with excitement. And we'll try the last one. Who is your friend? Who is your friend? It's a question. You're right. There we go. Now you have questions on the end, statements, those are very regular sentences, and exclamation points. You are getting good at this. We are reading a book today called Coral Reef Homes, and we are going to read just chapter 1. This is like a medium-sized book. It only has 3 chapters, so not very long. But while we read, we will look for exclamation points, periods, and question marks. Chapter 1, Home in the Ocean. This is a coral reef. Come on, let's explore this amazing underwater habitat. What do you see? I already see 2 different kinds. Sorry, it's having trouble focusing. There we go. I see a period after reef. I see an exclamation point. I see another period. Right. Coral reefs are made up from tiny animals called coral polyps. The polyps pile on top of one another. It can take millions of them to make one reef. lots of periods to show all the statements. See? Period, period, period. Up here, there's even some more periods. This is called a caption, when it's a little bit of words to describe what's going on in the picture. This is a coral polyp. One polyp is about the same size as a pencil eraser. So these things were zoomed in. They're really only as big as like this pencil eraser or this dot on here. There are many kinds of coral. Do you think these look like their names? What kind of sentences do you see here? I see a statement, and I see a question. See, there's my question mark. Do you think these look like their names? Let's take a look. We can look at the labels on the picture to help us know what the picture or the types of coral are called. So let's look at the labels. This one's labeled finger coral. Does it look like fingers? Cabbage coral. I think it looks like cabbage. Brain coral. Guess it kind of looks like the ridges on a brain. And fan coral. Very neat. Coral reefs live in warm, shallow water. Some reefs grow to be huge. What kind of sentences do you see here? I see a statement sentence right there. Then I see an exclamation sentence. It has an exclamation mark. Coral reefs live in warm, shallow water. Shallow is bold. That means it's one of the words we can find at the back in our index. Or, I said index. Glossary! I know what it's called. It's a glossary. And at the back in the glossary, it tells us the word shallow means not deep. So let's read that sentence again, remembering that shallow means not deep. Coral reefs live in warm, shallow water. So the water they are in isn't super deep water. It's not the deepest parts of the ocean. They're shallow water, not deep. Here's another caption that tells us about the picture. Let's read the caption. It says, fast fact, the Great Barrier Reef in Australia is 1,430 miles long. Whoa, that is intense. Well, that is chapter 1. Thanks for reading chapter 1 of the Coral Reef Holmes book with me. I'll see you soon. Bye.